going on, guys? Welcome back to United View. Good morning, happy deadline day. And yes, it's been confirmed. We knew it was happening. We knew it was happening. It was just a matter of when. When was it going to happen? It's finally been announced. You can see it right there. It's been confirmed. Cristiano Ronaldo has indeed re-signed with Manchester United. The official announcement just came from Manchester United only a couple of minutes ago. Viva Ronaldo. That's what I want to see in the live chat this morning. I want to see Viva Ronaldo, Viva Ronaldo, Viva Ronaldo running down the wing and United sing Viva Ronaldo. Yes, that's what we want to see because Manchester United have announced this in the last couple of minutes or so. We'll read out the statement from Manchester United. We've got some quotes as well from Cristiano Ronaldo himself. It's all going off. I mean, again, I don't know how they're going to market this. I don't know if they're going to try and market this like, oh, it's the greatest deadline day signing ever, because in reality, you know, it's not a deadline day signing. We know. We know what it is. Nevertheless, Manchester United have released the following statement. It says, quote, Manchester United is delighted to confirm the signing of Cristiano Ronaldo on a 2-year contract with the option to extend for a further year subject to international clearance. They then go into all of, obviously, Cristiano's lengthy achievements throughout his career. This is what Cristiano Ronaldo himself has said, quote, Manchester United is a club that has always had a special place in my heart, and I've been overwhelmed by all the messages I have received since the announcement on Friday. I cannot wait to play at Old Trafford in front of a full stadium and see all the fans again. I'm looking forward to joining up with the team after the international games, and I hope we have a very successful season ahead. Now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has also put out a statement saying, quote, you run out of words to describe Cristiano. He's not only a marvellous player, but also a great human being. To have the desire and the ability to play at the top level for such a long period requires a very special person. I have no doubt he will continue to impress us all, and his experience will be so vital for the younger players in the squad. Ronaldo's return demonstrates the unique appeal of this club, and I'm absolutely delighted he is coming home to where it all started. It's real. It's absolutely real. It's absolutely real. It's happening. It's official. It's been announced. I can see everyone saying Viva Ronaldo in the live chat, which we love to see. Viva Ronaldo, running down the wing. Let me know, of course, on this deadline day where you're watching from. I know it's probably different times around the world. I know we have such a global audience here on United View. Be sure to smash a like, if for anything, for Cristiano Ronaldo, of course. Right? Cristiano Ronaldo. If anyone deserves a like, it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Super chat from Bill Ingram says, will there be a deadline day stream today? Yes, there will be. Keep your eyes peeled, obviously, here on the channel. If you subscribe now, obviously, you'll know when we go live later on, but short answer, yes. Be sure to follow us on United View TV on Twitter as well. You'll know when we're going live. But yes, there will be a deadline day stream later on this evening with everyone involved, which is super exciting. So Cristiano Ronaldo has re-signed for Manchester United. Interesting that it's 2 years with an option of a third year. Some more information came out this morning when it came to Ronaldo and the finer details, shall we say, of this deal, because Juventus also released a statement early on this morning. And Juventus give a little bit of an indication as to how this transfer deal is kind of structured, which is interesting. So Juventus released a statement earlier this morning saying, quote, an agreement with Manchester United for the disposal of registration rights of Cristiano Ronaldo has been reached for 15 million euros payable in 5 years. Yes, 5 years. For a guy that's 36 years old, we're paying in installments over 5 years. So we'll pay the last Cristiano Ronaldo fees to Juventus when he's 41. Or nearly, well, I guess 40, 41. That's crazy. That's crazy. They also said that 50 million euros payable in 5 years, which might be increased up to a max of 8 million euros upon achievement of specific performance objectives. So when they say specific performance objectives, I would assume that means the likes of if we win the league, if we win the Champions League, if Ronaldo at this stage in his career somehow manages to win the Ballon d'Or, all that kind of stuff. So that's what they mean by those specific performance objectives. You know when, like, say, Anthony Martial signed for Manchester United and you had all of those add-ons, and they were like add-ons like if United wins the Champions League, if Anthony Martial ever wins the Ballon d'Or. if that could ever happen. That's kind of the situation here with Ronaldo. So it has been officially confirmed. As far as I'm aware, I haven't seen, and obviously we're live right now, so if these get dropped, you can let me know in the live chat. I'll keep refreshing Twitter to see if we get any official update on this. But as far as I can see, do we have an official Ronaldo holding the shirt picture? I don't think we do right now. So maybe they're waiting to drop that later on today. Here's how I see it going. Today. Now, Dan James, as I mentioned, that hasn't been officially confirmed by Manchester United and Leeds United, but Fabrizio Romano has been tweeting this morning and saying that everything's done. The whole rumours about Everton going to hijack the deal, Everton are interested, that's not the case. That's not happening. Dan James is going to be moving to Leeds. That's the case. I'm just looking for the official Romano tweet because he did tweet about it earlier on this morning when it comes to Dan James. Here we go. It said, quote, Dan James deal has been completed between Leeds and Manchester United, done and confirmed, permanent move, paperwork signed, Everton never been in the race or hijacking the deal. Now, the reason I say that and bring this up, because of course this is a Ronaldo stream, the reason I bring that up is because I think United have confirmed the deal this morning, but I still do think the whole announcement video and Ronaldo holding up the shirt, and I don't know if we're going to get Ronaldo walking into Old Trafford because I don't think that's possible considering he's in Portugal right now, unless we're seeing some unbelievable green screen technology, which is possible. I mean, let's not rule that out. That certainly is possible. I mean, maybe Manchester United could hire the best in class, right? They could. You could have Ronaldo walking out on a green screen, put Sir Alex in there, make it in Old Trafford, get a little bit creative in this one. But the reason that I bring up Dan James is because once that is officially confirmed by the club and by Leeds, that's when we're going to have some situations when it comes to numbers. And I know I keep bringing up numbers here on the channel, and people will go, well, what's the big deal about these numbers? What's the big deal about it all? The big deal about it all, of course, is that they want to bring CR7 into Manchester United. They want to bring Ronaldo back, and once they confirm Ronaldo, which they have, but once they actually have Ronaldo holding up the shirt in the images and the videos or whatever, they want to have him holding up Ronaldo 7. That's not possible until Dan James goes, because once Dan James goes, then we can get Cavani over to 21. I don't know what the situation is about them in discussions with the league. I know the reports have come out in the last 24 hours or so saying that United are going to ask for special dispensation to actually get that number changed and get that number moved when it comes to moving Cavani out of the number 7 and moving Ronaldo into the number 7 shirt. That's what they're saying. Again, what process that's in right now, I don't know. We haven't seen a lot of reports about that, but it looks like the direction that they are going to be going in is trying to get Ronaldo into that 7 shirt. So given that United have confirmed the deal, it puts a little less pressure on them, doesn't it, of actually having Ronaldo holding up the shirt tonight. Realistically, they could do that maybe tomorrow. I expect them to probably do it tonight, but again, I think it kind of hinges on the whole Dan James situation today. What are you guys saying though? What are you guys saying in the live chat? I'm interested to see what everyone is saying. A lot of people talking about Dan James. A lot of people talking about Dan James's transfer and how it's a great deal. I know a lot of people are very excited about the Dan James deal. I can see, like, on the Man United website, you can see on, like, the header the Cristiano Ronaldo in a Manchester United shirt, but that's, as someone, again, that works a little bit in graphic design and knows Photoshop, it's very clearly photoshopped in the same way that's, I mean, I don't want to break the illusion, but that's Photoshop as well. So we haven't had the actual picture, I don't think, yet, of Ronaldo being like, boom, here's I'm holding up the shirt, I've got my pen to paper and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if we've actually had that yet. What's everyone saying there in the live chat? Be sure to smash a like on the video. Vumi says 25 million for Dan James is daylight robbery. Rob says James going for is good for all parties. He's not going to feature much, and I think he can do well with Leeds. I think Donny should leave as well for the sake of his career. We still need a central defensive midfielder, though. We will talk about that. MR says if there was ever time for special dispensation, and this is required, this is it. VK says likely Ronaldo will get 28 for English Premier League and number 7 for Champions League if not able to get the shirt changed from the English Premier League. I kind of feel like, and I think, not that, yeah, the thing is, the Premier League do have to kind of be a little bit careful. They don't want to be seen as giving preferential treatment, shall we say, just because he's Cristiano Ronaldo. I understand that they wouldn't want to do that. But what I would say about that is that the Premier League will surely be aware of what the brand of CR7 brings to the league in terms of a financial point of view, not just Manchester United, but the league itself. They'll realise that for the sake of the Premier League, in terms of a global audience, in terms of branding, they'll want to have Cristiano Ronaldo CR7 in the league. That's what they will want. So I tend to think that if United make the request for special dispensation, which I think they are going to do, or they have already done, I don't know that to be the case, but I think if United do make that request, I think it will probably be granted, to be honest with you. I think that'll be the case. When it comes to Cristiano Ronaldo, look, we spoke about this extensively last night here on the channel when I did the stream last night. I have seen, and because this deal has been officially confirmed, Viva Ronaldo, because this deal has now been officially confirmed, we'll get those people, once again, and I don't want to turn this into negativity, a negativity stream and all this kind of stuff, because that's not what we do here on United View. We like to look at the positives and we like to celebrate moments like this because this is what it is. It's a moment. It's something that's a special moment. It's a historic moment, and enjoy it. This is what I said before when I did the stream with Flex, when the Ronaldo deal was first, the announcement was first made that United had reached the agreement with Juventus. This feels special. This feels very special. This is a special moment, guys. So enjoy it. You know, this is over the last few years, we haven't had many great things to celebrate as Manchester United fans. We haven't. And post Sir Alex, look, it hasn't been a success. And does signing Cristiano Ronaldo represent a success? It represents a moment. It represents something to be celebrated and something to be enjoyed as Manchester United fans. We don't often have these periods of enjoyment as Manchester United fans in recent history. So enjoy it. Drink it in. Celebrate it. This is a special day. And it's a special moment. And when Ronaldo makes his second debut for Manchester United, which looks to be for that home game against Newcastle on September the 11th, that's going to be, once again, a really special day, a really historic moment. I think, isn't it like a 3 p.m. kickoff or something like that as well? If it's a 3 p.m. kickoff, what a time for Ronaldo to return. But look, I guess that is what it is. But again, this is enjoy it. Enjoy it. This is such a special moment. It's a special moment for United fans. It's a homecoming, if you will, and it's just very exciting. And again, going back to that point I was going to make about the negativity and all this kind of stuff. Look, there'll be lots of people talking about Ronaldo, obviously, now, when it comes between now and his second debut. And there'll be a lot of people talking about, can he still do it? There'll be a lot of people talking about how many goals is he going to get this season for Manchester United? Is he capable? Can he still do it at the highest level? He's coming back into the best league in the world at 36 years of age. Can he still score goals? Is he going to help Manchester United win things? And you're going to have people that are going to go, no, he's past it. He's washed up. He's this, he's that, he's this, he's that. And I'll say what I've been saying for the last however many days or so. Write him off at your peril. Write him off at your peril. Because if you write him off, if you think Cristiano Ronaldo isn't going to be a success at Manchester United, you're just objectively wrong. That's the cold, hard facts, because Cristiano Ronaldo has been a success everywhere he has been. Everywhere he has been. And I don't think he intends on starting to fail right now. Cristiano Ronaldo has made a choice, as a desired choice, to, at this stage in his career, come back to the club that made him famous. But on top of that, come back to the league that made him famous and test himself against the highest competition possible. And he wants to win. He's not coming back. This may feel very nostalgic. This may feel like a homecoming. This may feel like, oh, I'm warming side and, you know, I'm having one of the greatest ever players back at the club and one of the greatest players of all time back at the club that made him famous. But make no mistake, this isn't coming back for a nostalgia tour. He isn't coming back to shake hands and kiss babies. He's coming back to win, because that's what Cristiano Ronaldo does. He is a winner at all costs. All he cares about is winning. All he cares about is getting his personal successes when it comes to goals and assists and individual honors like the Ballon d'Or and top goal scorer and Golden Boot and all that kind of stuff. And he also cares about his team winning trophies and getting more medals and proving himself over and over and over and over again to be the best player of all time. That's all he cares about. So he's not coming back to Manchester United just to be like, I'm happy, I'm back, guys. Oh, I'm back. No, he's coming back to win. Now, can he win the league with Manchester United? Can he win the Champions League with Manchester United? I don't know. Even as a Man United fan, I look at that and I still think we need to sign a defensive midfielder today, and that doesn't look like that's going to happen. But there's no doubt in my mind that Cristiano Ronaldo is going to score goals this season because that's what Cristiano Ronaldo does. In Serie A last season, we keep bringing it up. Serie A last season, he scored 29 goals in 33 games. That's incredible. That's in a side, a Juventus side, by the way, that wasn't playing well. They finished fourth barely on the last day of the season. So the idea that Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't have it or is a washed-up player is laughable. Absolutely laughable. The guy's a freak. The guy's an absolute physical freak. He isn't like your average 36-year-old footballer. He can still go. And let's face it, look at his injury record in his career. Not that many, not that serious. Obviously, he keeps himself in unbelievable condition. I have no doubts he's in better shape than probably half of the Premier League right now, and people half his age. So the idea that Cristiano Ronaldo can't do it, or the idea that he's washed up or he won't score goals, or people writing him off, or people saying that it's just a nostalgia trip and it's a waste of money, all that kind of stuff, I think it's nonsense. Is it a short-term thing? Of course it is. He's 36 years old. Do we still need to get a striker in the future? Absolutely. Will it change United's pursuit of Erling Haaland? I hope not. Because I still think Cavani's going to leave at the end of the season. We know he is. He's got a year left on his contract, then he's going to go. I think that's well established. Who's to say you can't parlay having Cristiano Ronaldo in the club into getting Erling Haaland next season? Ronaldo's going to be here for the next 2 years, possibly 3, because there's an option at the end of it. Who's to say that next year, when we do put a bid in for Haaland, because we will, because he's got that release clause, who's to say Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't go, you know what, maybe I'll pick up a phone call, or maybe I'll try and reach out to Mino Raiola, Haaland's agent, and say, not only do you want to come to Manchester United because you're Ollie's boy and you played or you trained under Ollie in the past at Mulder and you're Norwegian, all that kind of stuff, but I'm here. I'm Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm playing for Manchester United. Why don't you want to come into the club that I'm playing at right now and learn under me and play with me for the last few years of my career? Because ultimately, I mean, it depends how long Ronaldo wants to go on for, to be honest with you. We're seeing at this point Zlatan's still going and he's nearly 40. So I don't know if this is going to be Cristiano Ronaldo's last club or he's going to retire at Manchester United. But who's to say? I mean, this is the thing. I saw another report this morning. I think it might have been Simon Stone or Jonathan Schrager, one of those guys who were basically saying that Manchester United, the reason they gave him that extra year, and the reason they gave him the extra year and they decided, you know what, we're looking to the future, is because essentially he's a freak. He's a freak, and we think that we can play him for longer. He could. I can't remember the quote. I wish I had the quote in front of me when it said that Ronaldo said, you know, I could play 12 and 45. And I know people might laugh at that, and I know people might go, 45? Are you kidding me? But it's like Ronaldo's different. He's a different kind of guy, and he's a different kind of athlete. We haven't seen people like him. We just haven't seen people like him in terms of that kind of longevity. How many people throughout their careers have been able to perform at this sustained level throughout the entirety of their career? We just haven't seen it. It's just kind of unheard of. So when it comes to Ronaldo, you can't write anything off. You just can't write anything off. So I don't know about you. I'm still very, very excited by all of this. I think I'm still kind of a bit speechless by this, to be honest with you. I've seen the live chat. Candace says Tom Brady, which I think is a really apt comparison, actually, because I know a lot of people have been talking about the whole Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, haven't they? Because if you're an NFL fan, if you're not, essentially Tom Brady, best quarterback of all time, and he's won however many Super Bowls. Is it like 6, something like that? 5 at the New England Patriots. And then he decided to leave. And who did he get picked up by? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Of course, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, are owned by the Glazers. The Glazers own the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And last season, they won the Super Bowl. And it was kind of a case of Tom Brady, who I think he's what? How old is he at this point, Tom Brady? I want to say like 30, 36. He might be old. He might be like 38 or something like that. It might be 38. Anyway, he's in his late 30s, and everyone assumed, a bit like Ronaldo, he's washed up. He's done. He's not going to be doing anything. He's not what he was. He can't do it anymore. And guess what? They won the Super Bowl. And you know what? I've seen a lot of people talk about this as well, that maybe it's a case of the Glazers looking. Brady's 44. Oh, my goodness. So I was even older than I thought. So, again, Brady, 44. So over 40 certainly. So people thought there's no way. He's in his 40s. There's no way that he can do it anymore. And he won the Super Bowl. So who's to say? And I think the Glazers looked at the success that Tom Brady had last year, winning the Super Bowl, a guy in his 40s that people had written off as he's finished, and they went, you know what? Why can't the same here? Why can't the same happen here with Cristiano Ronaldo? And the answer is, why not? Why? Absolutely, it can happen. They did the same with Zlatan. Remember when Zlatan came into the Premier League, and he's old now, but he was in his 30s, late 30s at that point, or mid-30s, actually, because about 5 years ago, wasn't it? So he would have been, 35, 34, 35, 36? And he came in, and everyone was quick to write him off. Oh, Zlatan. First of all, he's never played in the league, and he's rubbish. He's old. He's past it. He's United's top goal scorer. And he made the league. Look, we finished, 6th that season? If it wasn't for Zlatan Ibrahimovic, I have no idea. No idea where we would have finished. So you could argue about you have to play through him, all that kind of stuff. But people tried to write him off, and he proved them wrong. It'll be the same when it comes to Cristiano Ronaldo. So I have no doubts. I have absolutely no doubts whatsoever that Cristiano Ronaldo will be a success. Again, is it a short-term option? Well, technically he's going to be around for 3 years, potentially. So that depends how short-term you want to look at it. But look, are we still going to go in for Erling Haaland next year? I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think the game plan has deviated. I really don't. I think that United will still lose Cavani at the end of the season, and the option will be to bring in Haaland at the end next summer. Now, you could argue, when it comes to Haaland and having Ronaldo, how on earth do you fit them in the same side? Get creative, Ollie. You've got to change that. You've got to change from the formation then. You've got to change from the 4-2-3-1. People are talking about it now with Ronaldo, because you don't put Ronaldo on the bench. It's like, don't put so-and-so in the corner. Don't put Ronaldo on the bench. You won't have that. Ronaldo plays every game, and he starts. Even Ronaldo at this stage in his career, when he gets substituted, everyone goes, did he just substitute Cristiano Ronaldo? Because remember when Sarri did it? Juventus, everyone's like, did he substitute? Did he substitute Cristiano Ronaldo? Oh my goodness. So Ronaldo plays every game. He barely gets substituted anyway. So when it comes to people like Cavani, you got to find a way. And if that way is getting us out of this 4-2-3-1, which, to be honest with you, you can look from a way of playing, was not working at the weekend. So Ronaldo coming in, does it force changes? Maybe it does. And if that's the case, if it took Cristiano Ronaldo to change the formation, then my goodness, my absolute goodness, I hope that would be the case. But I see a lot of people talking about Mason Greenwood. I can see Helena Peach says, will Ronaldo stunt Greenwood's growth? I think the opposite, to be honest with you, Helena. I think, if anything, it advances it. I think at that stage of Mason Greenwood's career, you've got to remember, this is a guy that's still a teenager. At this stage in his career, he needs to learn good habits. Mason Greenwood's already doing it for us on the pitch. So if that's what he's doing now, and he's still at a stage where he's just potential, if that's still where Mason Greenwood is right now, who knows where he can be in 5 or 10 years? And if you learn those habits from a Cristiano Ronaldo, and by habits I mean this is what it takes. This is what it takes to really get to the top level. I mean, we've heard those ridiculous stories about Cristiano Ronaldo throughout his career. I can't remember who the story was. I want to say it might be someone like Carlos Tevez, which I don't even want to bring up. But it was someone like Carlos Tevez who was saying that, every day I would arrive at training. And Cristiano Ronaldo was there. And I was thinking, this is crazy. I'm getting there at like 9 a.m., Ronaldo's there. 8 a.m., Ronaldo's there. 7 a.m., Ronaldo's there. And I thought, I just want to beat this guy. I just want to make sure that I can be the first in. I want to get in there first. So one day he gets in at like 6 a.m. and Ronaldo's just arriving. And then obviously, at the end of the day, Ronaldo's the last to leave as well, because he's either in the gym or he's still on the training pitch doing free kicks or whatever he's doing. He's still there doing whatever drills. And it kind of clicked in his head of, that's what it takes. That's what it takes. And it's those kind of habits. It's those kind of habits that a Mason Greenwood needs to look at and go, okay, that's what it takes. The reports come out, I think it was Simon Stone yesterday said about, it might have been Jonathan Schrager actually, said about Marcus Rashford, and that Marcus Rashford was so excited, like everyone is obviously, but Marcus Rashford was very excited to have Ronaldo back because whilst he wanted to play with one of his idols and he thought he would help the team, again, it was picking up those habits. That's the invaluable thing. That's the thing that money is really difficult for money to buy. Obviously, we're buying Cristiano Ronaldo, the player, but we're also buying the influence that he is going to have in that dressing room. Ronaldo is a leader in the sense that him just walking into the room, people stop talking, they listen, or they watch him, and they'll go, right, that's what I need to do. That's what I need to learn. So I really don't think it's going to stunt the growth of a Mason Greenwood or whoever. They should look at it as an inspiration of, right, I'm going to literally learn from the best. If I can't learn anything in the next 2 or 3 years that Ronaldo's here, then I'm done for. I'm absolutely done for. I think people that feel threatened by that will just know they're not up to the quality. It's like Dan James. I credit Dan James for seeing that Sancho and Ronaldo came in this summer and went, you know what, I think I'm done here because I'm obviously way down the pecking order, and I think it's known at this point that he didn't have the quality. He just didn't have that quality, that level of a Manchester United player. We found his ceiling, and we knew his ceiling, and it wasn't as if we lost a ton of money on him. We signed him for what? Between 12, 18 million. We've sold him for nearly 30. Good return on investment. It didn't work out. He always tried hard. That's it. I wish him all the best. Now, to be honest with you, I'm looking at a Jesse Lingard and I'm saying to myself, where's that same drive from you, Jesse? Because you should realize at this point with Ronaldo, with Sancho, with the other options we had, whether it's Rashford, Greenwood, Bruno Fernandes, Anthony Martial, Edison Cavani, you're just not going to play. And if you are, it's going to be in the Carabao Cup. And then what happens if we go out that in the third round against West Ham, your old club? What happens then? And if that is the case, I would be saying, I would be looking at Jesse Lingard, if I was one of his sort of close people around him, I'd be saying, look, I understand you want to stay, and I understand that you want to fight for your place, and that's commendable, that you want to stay and you want to fight, and you still think you can be a Manchester United player, but let's be honest with you, you're not going to play. You're not going to play. And you were very close. You didn't make it to the England squad, but you were very, very close to that England squad. And it's arguable that if you were at West Ham all last season on loan, you probably would have made it into that England squad. But now, there's no chance. I know he got into the England squad this time, but what's Gareth Southgate going to do when Lingard's just sitting on the bench and not even that all season? You know, that's the case. That's the case. And we are into a World Cup next year. And if Lingard wants to play in that squad, he wants a part in that squad, I think he has to leave. I really do think he has to leave. Let's check the live chat, what's everyone saying. I'm hoping to see a lot of Viva Ronaldos. I know I mentioned it at the top of the stream. We've got 500 people watching now, so be sure to smash a like on the video and subscribe bottom right-hand corner. There is going to be a ton of Deadline Day content coming today. Flex is actually in Manchester today. I think he's going to be getting some reactions of Manchester United fans outside the ground in the Manchester United City Centre to get their reaction to Cristiano Ronaldo rejoining the club, as well as some Deadline Day stuff as well. We are going to be doing a stream later on this evening too, a Deadline Day stream with everyone involved. So be sure to subscribe so you won't miss that. And as I mentioned, be sure to smash a like on the video. Let's see what the live chat is saying. Show United says, time to get rid of Lingard and Fred. Ruben says, how many Man U jerseys do you have, Owen, enjoying your shows? I appreciate that, Ruben. As I mentioned on yesterday's stream, just throughout the years, my family, these aren't just mine, my family has basically got all of these United shirts, and I remembered that we had them somewhere, but we recently moved, so I was looking for them, and I found them, and I literally found this bag and this box filled with old Manchester United shirts. So I've got these shirts, I think that go back to like the early 2000s, maybe the late 90s as well. So I've decided to basically start wearing these retro shirts on every stream. And obviously this is my favorite United shirt, I'll be honest with you. Because this represents the peak for me. I know obviously you can talk about like the treble 99, that shirt. That was a nice shirt. But this just represents the peak because this was Ronaldo at his peak, wasn't it? This was Ronaldo at the peak. It's got the white stripe down the back. And this represents the Champions League final in Moscow, and that just unbelievable team of like Rooney, Ronaldo, Tevez, Berbatov, Giggs, Scholes, just that Vidic, Ferdinand, Edwin van der Sar. It's my favorite shirt. It's my favorite shirt. So when I saw that, obviously I was expecting the Ronaldo news today. As soon as I thought, right, once Ronaldo gets announced and I'm going live, this is the shirt I'm wearing today. This is the one I'm wearing because it's one of my favorites. It really is one of my favorite shirts. So what else is everyone saying? Yes, I want to see a load of Viva Ronaldos in the chat. Nod says, I've got that shirt, the Champions League winners. Absolutely. I know a lot of people are still hoping for a defensive midfielder. Let's talk about that as well, because I know a lot of people are hoping and expecting, or not expecting. I think it's more hope, isn't it? Let's be honest, guys. We're having some hope of hopefully trying to get a defensive midfielder. As far as it looks like, it looks unlikely. Let's be honest here. It looks unlikely. The reason I say it looks unlikely is because every journalist or every sort of reporter is saying that whilst anything can happen on deadline day, and we've seen that in the past, so I'm almost hesitant to say, oh, it's not going to happen, but it feels unlikely, doesn't it? It feels unlikely at this point that we are going to see a defensive midfielder. Obviously, last night the news was that Camavinga is set to join Real Madrid. Fabrizio Romano did a "Here we go" tweet, so that's pretty much confirmed. So Manchester United miss out on Camavinga. I think it was really interesting. And again, this is the great thing about being live here, actually. I'll see if I can find this. So Fabrizio Romano, when he tweeted this last night about Camavinga, he mentioned obviously that he had decided to go to Real Madrid. But it was interesting the phrasing that he used when he said that he had decided to go to Madrid over PSG and Manchester United. Now, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if that's a case of United putting in any late bids. I don't think we did, to be honest with you. But Camavinga decided that Madrid was the option. This is what it said. It said, Eduardo Camavinga to Real Madrid. Here we go. The offer has already been accepted tonight by Rennes. 31 million euros plus add-ons. So we're not talking about huge transfer fees either, which is just really frustrating. Medical already completed tonight. Paperwork are signed. Official today. He goes to Real now. No loan. It said, and this is the interesting line, I thought, when it said Camavinga picks Real over Manchester United and PSG. Now, he didn't obviously go into what he means by that. I don't think Manchester United put in an official bid, but it's just kind of this weird sort of, I don't know, jostling. I can't really put it into words, where that price, when you hear it, when you see 31 million euros, you look at that and you go, that's not that much. That's not much. That deal was there to be made because it came out last night, like an hour before this announcement. Real Madrid put in a bid for Camavinga, and then it was like Real Madrid signed Camavinga. And maybe that's the case of why United didn't put in the bid. They put in the bid because they said, you know what? Manchester United didn't put in the bid, rather, because they said he already wants to go to Real. And when they reached out to his agent or they spoke to his representatives, they got the impression of, oh, he's only interested in going to Real Madrid. He's not interested in going to Manchester United. If that's the case, then I can understand why United wouldn't put in the bid. But you have to change who you're looking at. Then you have to change your targets. For me, right now, I still think Ruben Neves, that could be the most likely option if we were to go for anyone. It's just a case of I just don't think it's going to happen. I just don't think it's going to happen. And I know some people were like, after what happened at the weekend, Ruben Neves isn't going to join Manchester United. I don't think so. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think that the weekend doesn't have anything to do on signing a defensive midfielder and all that kind of stuff. I'm just trying to see if there's any more quotes from Cristiano Ronaldo or anything like that. No, nothing that hasn't been released on the website. But I want to actually I'll open it to the live chat. I'll open it to the free seats. If you could have one deadline day signing, that isn't Cristiano Ronaldo, which as a deadline day signing, again, it's not technically a deadline day signing, but I guess it was officially confirmed on deadline day. But if you could have one deadline day signing today, who would it be? Who would you go for? Because I think majority of people would probably go with that defensive midfielder option, probably, right? A lot of people still saying I would go with a defensive midfielder. Mohammed says we need a central defensive midfielder. Bugs Lover says Rice would be amazing, but we're not going to do it. Gary says the AIG shirt is always my favorite. I'm a big fan of this shirt. Yeah, a lot of people saying Ruben Neves, Ndidi, Ruben Neves / Basuma, Declan Rice, Basuma. I would love Basuma. I mentioned this yesterday. I would love to have Basuma from Brighton. I think at this point seems really unlikely. A lot of people saying Ruben Neves. One for Amit says Saul Niguez. I think that one looks unlikely. I think it was last night, wasn't it? It was last night. I think that was Jonathan Schrager as well, reported that Manchester United are not going to be signing Saul Niguez before the end of the transfer window. So Camavinga not happening. Saul Niguez not happening. But Ruben Neves, we can still hold out hope, right? We have just signed Dan James and sold Dan James. We haven't signed him. God, could you imagine? We've just sold Dan James for between 25 to 30 million, or 25 probably rising to 30 million pounds. And I saw a lot of people were saying when they saw that, right, reinvest that money. Let's try and get a central defensive midfielder. I don't know if that amount of money is going to buy you a Ruben Neves, to be honest with you, because let's think about it. How much, and again, I'll open this one up to the live chat. This is what I want to do on these shows. I want to keep this as interactive as possible. If Ruben Neves, if we could do a deal for Ruben Neves, how much do you think it would take for Manchester United to buy Ruben Neves? For me, I'm thinking it's probably going to be at least 35 million, possibly closer to 40. And I know when people say, well, we sold Dan James for 25, Manchester United probably have an extra 15 million or an extra 10 million. That's probably true. The idea that United don't ever have money to spend or we have to sell to buy kind of got blown up when it came to Cristiano Ronaldo, because we have to sell to buy, and then suddenly we sign Ronaldo and we make him the highest paid player in Premier League history. It's a bit of a case of, we can't really argue that much about that one. And the idea, of course, that we don't have time to sign a defensive midfielder. We don't have time to sign a Ruben Neves. That's not true either, because we signed Cristiano Ronaldo in about a day. Well, about 90 minutes, to be honest with you. So we certainly could do a deal. Whether or not we will do it, I think it depends on Jesse Lingard. And I'll tell you why I think it depends on Jesse Lingard. I think Manchester United still are feeling of a perspective of we need to sell to buy. I think, again, Cristiano Ronaldo is just kind of a freak situation. This is what I was saying before on the channel. When they were saying previously, we have to sell to buy, we're only going to sign players if we're able to get people off the books. I think they did genuinely believe that, because United, unfortunately, is run as a business. It's not seen as a football club by the Glazers. It's seen as a business. They have their checks and balances. They have their bottom line, and that's how they run the football club. They look at the money that they can then take out of the club and the money that they can make. So I think they did mean it. They did mean it when they said, we've got to sell to buy. That's legitimately their thought process. And then Cristiano Ronaldo comes up, and you see that if he doesn't come to you, he's going to go to your rivals. Not just damaging in terms of City probably win the league, but also just in terms of damaging the brand. And I think realistically, that's what it came down to in the end. Obviously, they knew that Cristiano Ronaldo going to Manchester City would make them a better team, and they already are one of the best teams, if not the best team in the league anyway. They realised the damage it would do to Manchester United's brand and the perception of Manchester United if they sat back and did nothing and allowed Cristiano Ronaldo to go to Manchester City, their biggest rivals, their greatest rivals. Well, Liverpool might be their greatest rivals, but certainly their City rivals. They realised the damage that would do to the brand, to the perception of Manchester United. Because let's face it, since Sir Alex retired, the perception is that United might be on the decline and other clubs might be on the rise. And I think they realised we just can't allow that to happen. We just can't allow that to happen. Now, I'm just seeing here on Twitter, the Manchester United football correspondent for the Daily Mirror, David McDonnell, has tweeted, quote, "No more incomings planned for Manchester United today. Dan James will be the only likely outgoing," which is a bit of a downer. It's the Mirror, though, so we'll have to wait on that one. But that is kind of my feeling, to be honest with you. And I don't want to be one of those negative naysayers when it comes to, are we going to sign anyone else? I just have a feeling, I really do have a feeling that it feels really unlikely. It feels really unlikely. I know that some people are trying to say on social media or on Twitter that, oh yeah, there's going to be a swap deal for Neves and Lingard. I haven't certainly seen in the last few minutes, I haven't seen anyone that's actually got any credible sources on that. It doesn't look to be any credible sources. Manchester United are doing the PR overdrive right now. So if you go and check out Manchester United's Twitter bio, they've changed it to simply, "He's back." Right there. That's what that got me right there, right in the not in the badge, right in the feels, guys, right in the feels. I got that. They've just they've posted a picture as well of Cristiano Ronaldo with Sir Alex, which again, right there. Right in the fields, that got me. They also posted a picture that said reunited, which is Ronaldo with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And they've posted some video of Ronaldo when he obviously made his Manchester United debut, which was against Bolton. I think it was against Bolton at Old Trafford. I think that was like a 4-0 win as well. I remember, I literally, this is the crazy thing with Ronaldo. I remember watching the pre-season game on MUTV when United played Sporting Lisbon, and Cristiano Ronaldo just essentially put John O'Shea in the grave with how much he ran him ragged. It was absolutely outrageous. And then United just basically decided, or Fergie decided that day, we're signing Ronaldo. That's happening. We're signing Ronaldo. But going back to, should we expect any more business on deadline day? I would be very, very surprised. I think that United now, the PR machine and the commercial machine, is going to be going full on in Cristiano Ronaldo. I expect to see full Cristiano Ronaldo on social media. I think they're going to drip feed this out all day. Now, obviously, they're going to do it to get all of the social media metrics because that's important to Manchester United. They're going to be doing it because their PR people, their digital people, their brand people are going to be saying that's the best thing to do. Obviously, it's the biggest transfer story of the summer. I mean, it's Messi and Ronaldo moved in the same summer. It's crazy, but it's one of the biggest transfers or homecomings in Manchester United's history, certainly. So they're going to be. I don't want to say dragging it out, but they're going to be certainly pumping this today. And I think that from another point of view, maybe the board's point of view, they might be thinking, if we can get them so focused on Ronaldo's return today, if we can get them so focused on just focusing on Cristiano Ronaldo's return, and we're putting all of this content on social media and out there and interviews and all this kind of stuff, if we can put all of this out there today, then maybe, just maybe, people won't be thinking about signing a defensive midfielder. People won't be thinking about signing another player. People won't be thinking, oh, great, so who else are we going to bring in? What other players are we going to bring in? Who else are we going to sign? Maybe that's kind of the game plan too. And I mentioned that yesterday as to why I thought they might announce it today as opposed to yesterday, because let's face it here, we still haven't had him holding up the shirt or the announcement video. It's just the confirmation we've signed Ronaldo. They could have done that yesterday. Again, I think they're waiting on the Dan James thing to be confirmed that he goes to Leeds, and then waiting for the approval from the Premier League of special dispensation of moving the shirt numbers around, because they want to have Ronaldo holding up the shirt that says number 7. They want to do that announcement video. So until that's all confirmed, we're not going to have the pictures of Ronaldo, I don't think. And I think, so you look at this announcement today and you go, actually, they could have done it yesterday. But I think their thinking is now, is if we'd have done this yesterday, then people would be waiting today going, right, you announced Ronaldo yesterday. I want one more, please. I want a defensive midfielder. So from a PR point of view and from the board's point of view, they might think, actually, if we just shift Ronaldo over tomorrow, it's deadline day. More people are online looking about transfers anyway. We can talk about it as the greatest deadline day signing ever. Obviously, deadline day will have all of their coverage on whether it's Sky or TalkSport or wherever. They'll be talking about that. And one thing they won't be talking about is signing a defensive midfielder. I think that does play into it. I think it absolutely does play into it. So I just, and again, I don't want to be that negative person, but I just would be really surprised if we sign a defensive midfielder. The only thing, like I said, that I think potentially could change that is if Jesse Lingard leaves today. But I think people are saying, like, oh, Lingard for Rice, not happening. Lingard for Ruben Neves, I don't know. I would be very surprised. But look, if Lingard did go, then maybe you could look at that possibility. But what is it now? It's about 10:30 in the morning. I just don't know if that's going to happen. I just really don't know that's going to happen. What is everyone in the live chat saying as well? Like I said, I really want to get interactive with these shows. Amit says, Wolves need someone who can score, ... So Lingard plus 10 million equals Neves. The only thing is with those kind of deals, and like they make sense on paper, don't they? But sometimes football just doesn't work like that. I know a lot of people, because I know sometimes I see this a lot of the time on social media too, of people going, sell so-and-so for 15 million, sell so-and-so for 15 million, sell someone for 10 million, sell someone for 5 million, add all that up, that's 50 million or whatever for so-and-so. And football just doesn't work like that. It just doesn't. There's so much more that goes into it, and football's rarely as straightforward as that, which is crazy, especially when we're talking about signing Cristiano Ronaldo, because we've just signed Cristiano Ronaldo in a transfer that actually did feel relatively straightforward in the sense that it didn't take that long to do. But football just doesn't really work like that, I don't think. So I think Jesse Lingard will stay, and the more that we look on social media about it, the greater feeling that he is staying. Those reports were coming out yesterday saying that he wanted to fight for his place, and his intention always was to fight for his place at Manchester United, and he doesn't want to leave. The argument is, fight with who? Who's he fighting with? Nobody. He's fighting with thin air. Look, he's like I am. I'm fighting right now with, it looks like I'm fighting with Ronaldo, I guess. But he's not going to be fighting with anyone, because there are way too many people ahead of him. That's just the case. It's not going to happen. Now, just another thing that's been tweeted in the last couple of minutes comes from the Manchester Evening News. They say, quote, Manchester United are relaxed about their midfield situation as the summer transfer window approaches its final hours. Well, I'm sure that's going to please a lot of fans. God. Thing is that when that kind of stuff comes out, that is Manchester United trying to brief journalists and try and calm fans, because they brief the journalists, they put this out, they put it out, and then the fans can react to it. Manchester United might be relaxed about their midfield situation as the summer transfer window approaches its final hours, but the fans aren't. The fans really aren't. The fans aren't relaxed about the midfield situation, because this is the thing. And I saw this stuff at the weekend as well, and then we'll start to wrap it up here. But I saw Gary Neville on Sky at the weekend, and he was talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, and he was saying that, like everyone else, that Cristiano Ronaldo will be a success at Manchester United. Cristiano Ronaldo will score goals at Manchester United, because that's what Cristiano Ronaldo does everywhere he's been. And then he was asked, do you think Manchester United will win the league? And he said, no, I don't think they'll win the league. I still don't think they have enough. And then you had these people on Sky, I think it was Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank and Jamie Redknapp, they were going, oh, what? So you've got one of the greatest players of all time, you've got one of the greatest players in the world right now, and you still don't think you're going to win the league? What's it going to take then? What's it going to take? And Gary Neville, I think justifiably said, was like, no, there are still issues with this Manchester United team. We still need a defensive midfielder. Now, as Flex has said previously, I don't know if it's an excuse for Ollie. Put it this way, if we don't finish in the top 4 this season, major questions. I still think we should be challenging with Ronaldo. I still think we should be in that conversation. But ultimately, when it comes to those big moments in the season, those big games, or whatever it may be, that defensive midfielder not being in the side might cost us 5 points, shall we say, maybe 5 points. And if they cost us 5 points, then maybe that will be enough for us not to win the league. And that might be what it takes. That might be what it takes. Just enough that it's not enough to get us over the line. And I agree with him, because then this is what baffled me about this coverage. Gary Neville says, no, I don't think they will. And they're like hammering him, go, no, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. And then Gary Neville said to like Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, okay, what do you think? Do you think Manchester United are going to win the league? And he went, well, I don't know. But that's your job. That is your job to know and put your opinion out there. You're a pundit. You're a pundit. Say yes or no. Don't just go, I don't know. If you're asked, you ask Gary Neville the same question, do you think Manchester United are going to win the league? He asked you back, well, I don't know. Well done. Well, great analysis. Just, absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I can see some people saying, check Ronaldo posts. I'm assuming Cristiano Ronaldo has posted something. Check Insta. That's the one thing I don't have loaded up, guys. Instagram. Well, check Cristiano Ronaldo's Instagram post. I'm assuming this is about, he said something about Manchester United. If you've led me down a path here, guys, this is the great thing about being live, though, is you can get this interaction. This is why I really like talking to the live comments. All I can see, he has posted. Here we go. So Cristiano Ronaldo has just posted on Instagram in the last couple of minutes. 2 minutes ago, he said, everyone who knows me knows my never-ending love for Manchester United. The years I spent in this club were absolutely amazing, and the path we've made together is written in gold letters in the history of this great and amazing institution. I can't even start to explain my feelings right now as I see my return to Old Trafford announced worldwide. It's like a dream come true. After all the times that I went back to play against Man United, and even as an opponent, to have always felt such love and respect from the supporters in the stands. This is absolutely 100% the stuff dreams are made of. My first domestic league, my first cup, my first call to the Portuguese national team, my first Champions League, my first golden boot. He's just going through it. He's going through his achievements. Reminder, I'm still Cristiano effing Ronaldo, by the way. So he says, yes, my first domestic league, my first cup, my first call to the Portuguese national team, my first Champions League, my first Golden Boot, and my first Ballon d'Or, they were all born from this special connection between me and the Red Devils. History has been written in the past, and history will be written once again. You have my word. I'm right here. I'm back where I belong. Let's make this happen once again. P.S. Oh, yeah, he hasn't. He hasn't. Oh, he hasn't. He absolutely haven't. He said, P.S. Sir Alex, this one is for you. ... Oh, Cristiano. I said I wouldn't cry on stream. I'm not going to. But, how has he ended that one? I'm telling you that if they didn't do that welcome or announcement video with Sir Alex Ferguson going, welcome home, son, or just somehow, so they've got to do it somehow. They can do it. It's 2021, modern day technology. I know he's in Portugal, but they can do it, right? They can green screen Sir Alex just going, welcome home, son, or something like that. Or Cristiano Ronaldo walking out into Old Trafford. Oh, P.S. Sir Alex, this one is for you. Tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. That last line, let's read it again. We'll read it again. It says, I'm right here. I'm back where I belong. Let's make it happen once again. P.S. Sir Alex, this one is for you. Oh, if that doesn't deserve a like. I don't know. I really don't know. I tell you what, that's amazing. That's amazing. I really like the line as well, that when he says, history has been written in the past and history will be written once again. You have my word. Now, in fairness, Cristiano did say he was going to win the Champions League with Juventus, but that's impossible because that's just not going to happen. But yes, that line, let's read it again. I'm right here. I'm back where I belong. Let's make it happen once again. P.S. Sir Alex, this one is for you. Oh, I just love it. Yes, I absolutely love it. What a way to start the day, guys. What a way to start the day. The thing is, though, like I said, this will be what we're looking for. This will be what we're looking for today, isn't it? I mean, it's just... What does everyone think about that? I want to see more Viva Ronaldos in the chat. I'm surprised we haven't seen more Viva Ronaldos. Flex obviously was at the game on Sunday, and he sent me the clips that you can see on social media at United View TV on Twitter. Be sure to follow us. We recently just got over 10,000 followers, by the way, on Twitter, which is amazing. And you can follow me at Mr. Owen MUFC on Twitter, by the way, too. Link in the description box. But he sent me a load of videos from the weekend, and... Everyone was just chanting Viva Ronaldo, Viva Ronaldo, Viva Ronaldo, Viva Ronaldo. And you know for a fact that's going to be even more. As I mentioned, Flex is in Manchester today. So he's in Manchester. He's going to be recording a ton of content with people outside Old Trafford, in the Manchester City Centre, all Manchester United fans. So don't worry, we have you covered today because today's a massive day. Today's an absolute massive day for Manchester United. It's a historic day, and we're going to be getting a lot of reactions from everyone talking about the return of Cristiano Ronaldo. So I'm very excited about that. As I mentioned as well, because it's deadline day, right? It's deadline day, and it's an amazing day, and who knows what's going to happen. And it has been a big transfer window for Manchester United. Of course, deadline day isn't just about the signings that's happened today. It's also about a reflection of the business we've done this summer, and overall... If we sign a defence midfielder, it's a 10, but it's a very, very, very strong transfer window for Manchester United when you look at the players we've brought in. Sancho, Varane, Ronaldo, getting Dan James off the books. I know Pereira's out on loan again, which he should just leave, to be honest with you. But getting mostly, I say the incomings are probably the best things. But it's been a strong transfer window for Manchester United. So again, we are going to be doing a stream later on this evening as we get closer to the window shutting. And that's going to have everyone. It's going to be a big United View family party, United View family reunion, which I'm really, really excited about. So that's going to have everyone. That's going to be obviously Flex, KG, myself. I think DJ's going to be there. So everyone's going to be involved in that. So that's going to be a really, really, really fun one tonight. So I'm looking forward to that. So as I mentioned, we've got the views coming out of Manchester United, which is super, super exciting. We've got over 800 people watching, so be sure to smash a like on this video as well, because if you can't smash a like for Cristiano Ronaldo, what can you do? That would be my thing. You know, we always say it here on United View about coming into the house and smashing a like on the video. It's like coming into the house and taking off your shoes. If you can't smash a like for Cristiano Ronaldo, what can't you smash a like for? Or if you can't subscribe for Cristiano Ronaldo, what can't you subscribe for? I can't even barely get my words out, guys. Do you know why I can't barely get my words out? It's because I'm thinking about that Sir Alex line again. And let's read it again. Let's read it again before I finish off, because this is the best way. This is the best way to end it. I want to read that final paragraph again. I want to read that final paragraph again. My first domestic league, my first cup, my first call to the Portuguese national team. I just love the bragging. I love the bragging of it. I love the bragging of it. My first Champions League, my first Golden Boot, my first Ballon d'Or. They were all born from this special connection between me and the Red Devils. History has been written in the past, and history will be written once again. You have my word. I'm right here. I'm back where I belong. Let's make it happen once again. P.S. Sir Alex, this one is for you. Oh, I just love it. Oh, I just love it. Absolutely tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And let's refresh. How many likes is he on when it comes to Ronaldo on that now? Because I'm sure it's like 1 million. Yeah, it's not even 10 minutes, and Ronaldo's already got like 1 million likes on that post. That's how special it is, guys. That's how special today is. Can you feel it? Can you feel it there? Can you feel it there? Oh, I can feel it there. It's tugging on my heartstrings. What a day. What a day. And it's only just started. It's only just started. Who knows what can happen today, but we've got you covered here on United View. So be sure to smash a like on the video and subscribe bottom right-hand corner. I'm going to get out of here, guys, because after that Sir Alex line, I'm going to go and cry. No, I'm not, guys. Come on. We're not going to do that. We're not. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. But again, be sure to subscribe. Keep your eye on the channel today because we have a ton of content coming today. So it's deadline day. Enjoy it. Enjoy Cristiano Ronaldo. Like I said before, enjoy it. This is a moment. This is something you can tell your family about for the remainder of your life. You can say, I remember when Cristiano Ronaldo came back to Manchester United, and how exciting is it? But look, guys, as always, I'll speak with you again very soon. I'll speak to you again later. Peace.